What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Car Talk before an absolutely meathead of a session that we got going on here. This is episode number 5 of prep for Natural Bodybuilding Nationals. So I got the question in the last video what federation I'm going to be in, and it is still the WNBF. That is the World National Bodybuilding Federation, I believe it's called. But anyways, in this video we are going to be going over not only my workout that we're going to be hitting here. We're hitting chest, shoulders, and triceps. I went over my workout split in the last video, so we are doing day A from that day, or day 1 I guess, considering it's Monday today. But I want to go over the full entire cutting plan that I do and how to make adjustments for yourself if you want to follow some type of cutting split, you know what I'm saying? So in terms of that, I want to go over calories, how to make adjustments, when to make adjustments, your cardio, stuff like that, so that you guys can continue the fat loss process or even start a fat loss process for yourself. So what's that angle? Oh my god, we are currently
shredded.
181 pounds I was this morning. Carbs are pretty low, protein's pretty high, calories obviously low, cardio's kind of moderate right now. I want to go over everything in terms of the cutting plan. So I'm gonna go over what I personally do, me and my coach, we're gonna go over that in terms of calories, cardio, most ideal way to lose body fat appropriately and sustainably over time, you know, what to look for, what metrics to look for, you know, if you're not losing weight, what to do, maybe if you're losing weight too quickly, what to do, or if you're gaining weight, what to do as well, shit like that, because obviously you want to lose weight during the cutting process. So I'm going to go inside and hit this workout here. We're going to go through everything, basically going to try and push heavy numbers, lower volume, higher intensity. That's how I do my training. Then when we get home and we're grubbing and shit, I will go over kind of more or less the cutting plan, not only for me but also for you guys, so that you can maybe implement it if you want. Cutting is a huge part of seeing your progress, right? A lot of people, they just basically permabulk and you don't actually know the amount of muscle or what you look like until you shred that body fat. So the main reason of doing a bulk is to build up that muscle, right? But then as soon as you get to a healthy body fat percentage or a healthy weight for yourself in your bulk, or you know, in your growth phase, gaining phase, whatever, it's always good to either do a mini cut or even a full 12-week cut, so that you can see the work that you've put in and see the muscle that you've kind of gained. So hopefully I can describe that to you guys in a 3rd grade level so that it makes sense, because there's definitely other shit that makes it more confusing, and a lot of it can just go over people's head because they don't know what to do. So I'm gonna hopefully go over a plan that you guys can implement or manipulate a little bit based on your body weight, your height, your goals, you know, what you want to accomplish, not only in the gym but also in terms of your physique and your body composition and stuff like that. So yeah, like always, we got the pre, we got the pump, we got some salt in here, tracking salt again like crazy, because we are currently, when you guys are watching this, 4.5 to 4 weeks out. So it's crunch time, we go fucking crazy. So I'll see you guys in the gym.
Accept pain and no pain. Those who do not know pain will never understand true peace. Almighty push. Everyone feels the same pain losing something dear. You and I have both experienced that pain. You strive for your justice, and I strive for mine. We're both just ordinary men who have been driven to seek vengeance in the name of justice. And if one comes to call vengeance justice, such justice will only breed further vengeance and trigger a vicious cycle of hatred.
Come on, Bret. Fuck yeah. More there. Come on. Straight.
That's it. You rolling?
Always.
I don't even know what to say at this point because we are 4.5 to 5 weeks out, basically. So again, when I go over my cutting plan, I'll show you guys like calories and shit, but keeping volume pretty low. 1 to 2 top sets max, going till failure on those sets because I'm trying to push intensity every single fucking set I can. Because I'm not trying to burn out and do a bunch of drop sets and all that. I will occasionally, like I'll pick the certain movements that I want to do, but besides that, I'm just trying to get in, get out, maintain the muscle that I have, right? I'm not gonna build muscle during this point in time, right? It might seem like that because I'm losing body fat, but that's just the illusion of bodybuilding. Like, look flatter and you have more muscle when you're like skinnier and you're super depleted, you're shredded, but you feel the strongest and you actually have the most muscle on you when you're like a super high body fat percentage and pressing like heavy numbers. So we got like 3 more movements left: lateral raise, shoulder press. We're doing tris today. Yeah, probably like 3-4 sets till failure of like a tricep, something like that. This fucking machine's crazy. So 2 sets, 8 to 12. Fuck all y'all, bro. Fuck all y'all 35-year-olds. I'm coming for your fucking neck on that stage.
Come on.
Holy fuck. So we got our post-workout meal on deck right now. It might seem like a lot of food, but right here is like 500 calories like combined. We have creamer ice, 1 scoop of whey isolate protein, and like 100 grams of frozen blueberries. Okay, look at this consistency. You basically just keep adding water and keep putting it to the microwave until it's like creamy and shit. This is absolutely heavenly. And then just have like a chicken salad. Nothing crazy about this. Cucumber, lettuce, chicken breast. Got a little bit of mustard, hot sauce, 0-calorie sauces, salt, and pepper. All of my meals right now are pretty small, if I'm being honest, besides this meal and my breakfast that I have every single morning. I typically have 5 meals a day, but that can change depending on how my day is going. At the end of the day, as long as I hit my calories, my protein, and my carbs, and I guess my fats, so as long as I hit my calories, my macros, that's all I really care about. And I'm doing my cardio, training intensity is pretty high, right? You want to have all that kind of in place to make sure you're kind of on track. And that brings me to my point of like how to cut properly and where to start, or if you guys want to get fucking dick skin shredded or whatever you want to do, right? So I'm 1,000,000 degrees right now, so I'm so hot. Holy shit, man. Right now, because I get super cold, being like depleted and shit, I just bundle up. I wear like a hoodie and sweat whenever I work out now, just because I'm fucking cold 24/7. And then I get super warm. So I'll be looking post-workout. Basically, for any of you out there who want to start a cutting plan, or maybe you've been on a bulk for a pretty long time, or you're maintaining, or you just want to get cut in general, I'm gonna give you guys kind of some outlines, maybe some steps to follow, hopefully to get you on the right track and to continue making, progress throughout your lifting career or whatever you want to like accomplish in terms of fitness and health and all that shit. So there's a huge difference actually between being lean and being shredded. So a lot of people think they're shredded, but they're just super lean, right? Being shredded is like, I would say it depends on the person, the body composition, genetics, all that shit. But being shredded is like under like 8% body fat. So for a lot of people, that's very hard to not only maintain, but to get to. So in terms of what you're doing right now, a lot of people, they don't know what calorie amount to start with or how much cardio to start with. They should go about changing their training program, or if they should hire a coach or just do stuff like that. I'm gonna give you guys basically everything you need to know to do it yourself right now. So without doing anything whatsoever, or waking up tomorrow and tracking your calories, that's probably the best thing you can be doing right now. But if you don't know where your calories should be at or any of that shit, go onto Google, search up like a calorie counter. You can go on like caloriecalculator.net, or there's a bunch of other apps or whatever. But you put in like all of your different metrics, your height, your weight, your activity level, shit like that. Then this will give you a general, very, very general recommendation for what your calories should be starting at. Now, that is like a maintenance level of calories. So let's say you put all your shit in there, you're 6 feet, 200 pounds, whatever, and the number they give you is like 2,700 calories. So for you to, theoretically, again, it's not gonna be perfect because it is just a calculator. The calculator doesn't know exactly what you're doing on a daily basis. It doesn't know your body. It doesn't know how you react to food and all that type of shit. So it's just gonna be theoretical. It's just gonna be hypothetical right off the hop, right? As soon as you guys get that number, subtract like 200 to 300 calories from that number to put yourself into a deficit to start cutting. Now, that is like the first step. You need to know how many calories you're taking in, okay? So if you have 2,700, let's say you wanna be a little bit more quick with your cut, or you wanna, speed up the fat loss process, minus like 300 to like 500 if you want to. So I would go down from 2,700 if we're using that example, go to like 2,400 or even like 23 or 2,200. So I wouldn't go too crazy with it, because if you lose too much weight off the hop, then you have to increase calories, and then you have to go back and forth. So the slower the better, because you're gonna maintain more muscle mass and you're gonna feel better. So, and you can probably cut for longer because you're not gonna be super low on calories, you're not gonna be depleted and all that shit. Again, we're trying to get lean, right? I'll get into like the process of getting shredded at the very end if you wanna go like that in depth, or you wanna go, beyond the extremes. We found our calories, right? 2,300 or 2,400 or whatever. What you want to be doing is download MyFitnessPal, okay, or some macro factor or whatever calorie counter or app you can find basically to track your calories. If you don't know how much you're taking in, guys, how can you know what? You don't know where to make adjustments. So you need to be tracking your calories over time. I know it's gonna suck, but as soon as you start logging this every single day, you won't have to track in the future, because you're gonna know every single portion size. You're gonna know all different types of foods. You're gonna know calories, protein, fats, carbs, and different types of foods that you're eating. So if you don't know, where to start even, it's good to always track your calories. Now, we have the calories set. Now with cardio, it's going to be different based on your activity level, what you do for, work. If you're someone who's, behind a computer all the time, or you're not moving that much throughout the day, or maybe even you have a high intense job, you're a construction worker, or you're always on your feet, you're getting like 20,000 steps a day, you're a laborer, something like that, it's going to be different. So with cardio, very general, what I would recommend is start with like 3 to 4 cardio sessions a week and set a calorie amount. So if you have 3 to 4 cardio sessions a week, start with like the Stairmaster or the treadmill, incline treadmill, elliptical, whatever you like to do, the bike, doesn't matter, and set a duration. So let's say 30 to 40 minutes or 300 to 400 calories burnt on that machine. It's gonna be way more accurate because if you go from like an incline treadmill to like the bike, you're probably gonna have to change the duration that you're on that certain equipment or that certain piece of equipment to hit the calorie amount. You see what I'm saying? So maybe 30 minutes on the bike, you're gonna burn like 250 calories, whereas like an incline treadmill, if you're like at a super high incline, pretty decent pace, maybe you're burning like 320 calories every 30 minutes. You see what I'm saying? So keep like the calories burnt around the same so that you can increase that as your weight plateaus. So now that's basically all you need, and you just got to be consistent with that. But as your weight plateaus, guys, that's when you need to make adjustments. You're not going to be following this exact same macro split, calories, and the same amount of cardio every single week that you're on this cut, because your body will plateau, meaning you won't be losing any weight. You'll probably be under a lot of stress with all the activity you're doing and so on and so forth. So what you want to do is, if your body weight doesn't change after like 3 to 4 days, again, this is a big thing. You need to track your weight fasted every single day before you drink any water, after you take a shit, basically as soon as you wake up, right? Track this almost every single day, every second day if you want to. It's completely up to you. Then basically take the weekly average of all your weigh-ins, and that's how much weight you're losing per week. You kind of want to lose anywhere between like 0.5 to 2% of your total body weight in pounds over time to kind of make it more linear, right? It's not going to be completely linear. You're not going to start up here and just completely go down. You're going to go down, you're going to go up, you're going to go down, you're going to go up. So it's going to be, different depending on how much water you're having, the amount of sleep you're getting, if you're super stressed, if you're hitting your calories, if you're tracking everything appropriately, shit like that, how intense your training sessions are, if you're missing workouts, everything comes into one bundle, okay? So again, it's not going to be linear. It's going to be different. Every weigh-in is going to be different. So as your weight plateaus, basically what you want to do is decrease your calories by like 100 to 200. Me personally, I usually take carbs away because I like to keep protein high, around like 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight at least. So I usually take my calories away from my carbs, or at least my coaches do, to help me get like super shredded, because again, I'm trying to get stage fucking lean, okay? Stage dick skin shredded. There's a huge difference. So if you don't want to manipulate your calories, then that's where you would increase your cardio. You can either add a session at the same amount burnt, or you can increase the calories burnt per session. So if you're doing 4 sessions a week at, let's say, 400 calories burnt, then just go to like 450 for those 4 sessions. And then again, see how your body reacts. If you start losing weight again, keep at that until your weight plateaus again. Okay, that's basically what you do every single time your weight plateaus, and you honestly don't want to be cutting for longer than 16 to 20 weeks. It depends where your body composition is when you start, but the longer you're in a deficit, the longer you're going to be depleted. Your hormones going to be completely fucked. If you're a male, your sex drive is going to go down, probably if you're female as well. Different hormonal changes will happen. So you just want to be careful when you're being in a deficit for way too long. It's addicting, trust me. It's sick when you're in the mirror, you're fucking looking vascular as hell, you're looking shredded, but your workouts are gonna be shit, and it's just not healthy over the long run. So what you wanna do is keep decreasing the calories that you're consuming until you get to, a decent body fat percentage or a decent weight that you wanna be at, and then you can maintain, and then maybe you can, do another cut or a mini cut, and then slowly increase your calories to bump up your metabolism, get back to a healthy level. Again, you don't wanna do it for too long, because that's like probably one of the most unhealthy things you can possibly do, is be in a deficit for too long. And I know it's hard with social media and everybody seems shredded all the time, right? But you just got to trust yourself, trust the process, and be consistent. That's the biggest thing, guys. If you're not tracking your calories, if you're not being diligent with all your training sessions, you're hitting all your cardio sessions, you can't expect to lose weight. You can't expect to see phenomenal results over the long term. So then if we're talking about getting like super shredded, this is where it gets tricky, because now you gotta, you know, put supplements into the equation, maybe take some fat burners to help you out a little bit. You know, you gotta be on pretty low carb, for me at least. You gotta see what works with your body. Me personally, being on super low carb, that gets me super dry, especially as a natural bodybuilder. It gets me fucking dry, and I'd rather be ready early for my show so that I can practice carb ups and I can just like work into my show, rather than just hoping I'm shredded for that, you know, last 2 days of my, or like working up to my show, you know what I'm saying? So in terms of being that shredded, I started at like, you know, 2,300 calories I started my cut at, and I bet you I'm gonna be at like 15 to 600 calories at the very end of my cut. And I know that's pretty drastic, and I don't recommend that for anybody unless you're, you know, competing where you're trying to get like pretty shredded. So did I cover everything? I think I covered everything. If you want some like diet hacks, high volume foods, man, have a lot of vegetables. I stick to lettuce, spinach, cucumbers, like green veggies for the most part, green beans, asparagus, stuff that's gonna fill you up. Have a high protein intake that fills me up as well. It keeps me satiated, keeps me full. In terms of doing fasted versus fed cardio, I like to do most of my cardio fasted, and then if I don't finish it like in the morning fasted, I'll do it fed, or like after my workout, post-workout. And again, that's if you want to get super shredded, your activity output has to be super high, right? You got to be in a pretty decent deficit to, you know, get like pretty shredded, like stay shredded. So I'm at like 500 calories burnt right now for 5 cardio sessions, and that's just gonna go up as these weeks go by, basically, because I'm 4 weeks out when you guys are watching this video. So yeah, I gotta basically just keep pushing, keep grinding, and get to that next level of conditioning, while hopefully keeping some mass this time when I hop on stage for nationals in like 4 weeks. So yeah, guys, I think I covered everything. Let me know if I missed anything, or let me know if something helps you when you're cutting, so that maybe it can help other people. Just comment down below, and we can talk and all that shit. But just take your time, okay? You gotta be consistent, track all your numbers, track your weight, track your calories. That's the only way you're gonna know. Anyways, guys, next video, I will probably do a full day of eating for you guys, because I have a high carb day coming up in like 3 or 4 days, so I'll show you guys what that looks like. And I'm probably gonna be training with my new coach as well, so I'll introduce him and all that shit. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, please like it, sub, all that good shit. And see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Love you guys.